Hello, this is Tiger/2. Two more teasers have been released as of this video, one highlighting Dark Eldar Witch Cults, and one on 5 specific stratagems for the Dark Eldar, seemingly chosen at random. For the Witch Cults, we will be receiving 3 cults to choose from with the rather basic options of +1 strength, +1 attacks on the charge, and advance and charge on the same turn. There are some stipulations and flexibilities in there, but this is pretty standard fare and nothing should seem out of place. Witches now receive a universal 6-up invulnerable save in addition to their 4-up invulnerable save in close combat, which means that they'll be able to survive Overwatch and getting to the opponents a little bit better. The real bonuses we have here, in my opinion, are the ability to double the effectiveness of combat drugs with the Hyperstim Backlash stratagem, and the ability for the Cult of Strife to shoot or fight twice in the same turn with no method of death beyond our grasp stratagem. Both of these are prohibitively expensive, but will be useful in the right context, as ignoring rules and out-of-phase actions are what truly make a powerful army at the moment in high-level play. As for the stratagem spotlight, 2 in particular stand out. The first being the Crucible of Malediction is now a 2 command point stratagem that can inexplicably still only be used once per game. Seeing as how it was previously a piece of war gear all homunculi came with and still was not very powerful, this decision is perplexing to include, especially in what is supposed to be a highlight list, as it is clearly much worse now. And on the other end of the spectrum, we have the Agents of Vect stratagem, which has game-changing ramifications. This stratagem cancels the use of an opponent's stratagem on a roll of a 2+, and on a 6+, not only is the stratagem cancelled, but they lose the command points they spent on it. This stratagem is linked to the Cabal of the Black Heart, however, but can be unlocked with a patrol detachment. This last stratagem is so important I want to dedicate the rest of this video to its implications. As a warning, this is going to become technical and a little heady. This is the first time we have an outright denial of stratagem use in the game, and all things being equal, it will change the competitive landscape in and of itself. However, I do not think most people properly appreciate how it will be used. Much like how Nick Nanavati won the Las Vegas Open by using a Craft World detachment to unlock all the Craft World stratagems for his Ynnari, so I believe currently a single Dark Eldar detachment will unlock all Dark Eldar stratagems, even those that are Cabal, Coven, or Cult specific. Since this does not dictate that you must have a Cabal of the Black Heart unit in play to use it, you could effectively unlock access to Dark Eldar stratagems in the same way the Craft World Eldar do by including a detachment of any Cabal. This is exploitable because in terms of tabletop effectiveness, Cabal of the Black Heart are pretty bad, but have access to the best meta buffs in the faction. Now the main drawback for the Dark Eldar specifically in this is with this stratagem, it is not specific to just the Dark Eldar, at least not currently. Anyone for the low cost of a patrol detachment, which is about 120 points or so, can have access to it. This means any Harlequins, Eldar, or Ynnari player could just put a patrol of Dark Eldar in their forces and have access to what is essentially the most powerful stratagem in the game. This means all Eldar factions, not just Dark Eldar, suddenly will become significantly more formidable. This could see a mandatory Dark Eldar patrol detachment cropping up in tournament lists in the way they used to be used as a taxi service in 7th edition. Games Workshop did something very dangerous by giving Dark Eldar such powerful meta-altering tools, but not forcing them to stay within the boundaries of the army itself. These tools are available to any soup army, especially Ynnari, and give already powerful lists a potent edge against others who rely on stratagems to win. This is to say nothing of armies that cannot play soup and must use their stratagems to be effective themselves, such as Tau. Having this stratagem on hand is enough to force opponents to limit their own actions and play too conservatively, both with their units and their command points, and could see Ynnari secured in the top tournament slots for a long time going forward, if this is not addressed in the coming FAQ.